Welcome to the video. Welcome. My name is Yuusha and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Now, I have forgotten how many parts I've done in this entire game, but I tell you what, I'm going to try and give it way more time than I have been over the past few years, because I haven't really done very well with uploading this series, and I'm going to admit that. And I want to get through all of the series. I'm going to say it right now, I want to get through all of the series, because Front Swing have made some pretty good games, not even gonna lie. I mean, there's one that came out recently here in Japan I've wanted to play. The only problem is it's all in Japanese. I'm waiting for an English version of it if possible, but enough of that jumble. We're about to jump back into the Fruit of Grisaia, and we're about to have ourselves a summer festival. Natsamida. Just such a terrible pun. So I've got my Decavita. I need my vitamin C. It's mandatory. So, now that I've finished Danganronpa V3 recordings officially, I have more time for the Fruit of Grisaia, because I'm going to say Danganronpa physically took a lot out of me with the long recordings near the end, but I felt like that was the only way to do the final episode, so I apologise about that. But we're here for this now, so guys.
Natsumatsuri da yo, Maki-chan.
Natsumatsuri, that's correct. Obon. It's supposed to be Obon-dari, not Donbari.
Bon-odori da yo,
Bon-odori.
Maki-chan.
Oh wait, Obon is something else.
Iechatteru yo, Maki-chan.
There we go. Well done.
何よ、うるさいわね。
Mm.
たかがお祭りでなんでそこまでテンション上がるのよ。
Sizzling sounds.
だってお祭りなのよ。若者なら前後の見境もなくはしゃぐのが当たり前なのよ。
Oh yeah, you're not
調子に
wrong.
乗って気になる男子と最後までやっちゃう日なのよ。
Can't say I've had that happen yet.
そんな人違う。
Yeah.
それどこのお祭りよ。
Michiru is correct on that one for once.
ですがみちる様、先日拝読しました雑誌の資料によりますと、お祭りをきっかけに大人になるガールはここ数年増加の傾向にあるとか。
Girls becoming women. Yeah, we're just
だからそうやって何でもかんでもマスコミに踊らされないの。一体最後までって誰と最後までなのよ。
Yeah, that's a good question. Huh? Why are people still... I'm pretty sure they don't know about restraining orders, do they?
だってねえ、どうせならねえ、サッチン。
Uh-oh.
そ
The lolly and the maid are
そうだね。
looking at me.
初めてだし、どうせなら上手な方の方がねえ。
ちょっと、女の子の低層はとても大切なの。そう簡単になくしていいもんじゃないの。
Michiru is correct.
ユージが上手だって保証もないでしょ。
Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter, but when I was in one of the shops in Japan, I actually managed to find the entire collection of the Fruit of Grisaia trilogy on DVD. So let me get what I was trying to say. Basically, there was all three Grisaia games on a disc in a collector's thing that's only with that, and I tell you what, it cost it looked like it cost 250,000 yen. No, not 250,000, 25,000. That's right, 25,000 yen, around that. But if you haven't seen it, have a look at my Twitter. It's on there somewhere. Yeah.
おお、
I just
そんな
remembered
こ
about it
と
now.
ないのよ。あんだけ毎日アマネートしてんだから、すっげえ上手に決まってんのよさ。
Is that a compliment or an insult, I wonder?
それに以前あまねさんがあいつ超うまいよと腰をもじもじさせながら言っていらしたので、
I know it's been a while, but holy shnikey.
それはもう超なのではと期待はムクムクと膨らむ一方です。
膨らますなー、そんなもん。ムクムクすんなー。そうだぞー。むしろ膨らむのはお兄ちゃんの方なのよさ。
Oh no. Like like to see you try, punk. Come on, let's see if you can try and make my balls move. If it does, I shall go to prison personally.
そんなことを言ってていいのかい？私、この下はパンツ履いてないんだぜ。どう？見たいんだぜ。見たいなら見せてやるんだぜ。
It's jail time, boys.
マキちゃんずるい。だったら私も脱
Oh
いでく
no,
るんだ
no.
ぜ。
脱いでないでくださいよ。脱いでない。脱げな。That won't be necessary.
チルチルは？脱がんの？
脱がないわよ。なんで脱ぐのよ。意味わかんなくない？
It is a bit
ていう
confusing.
か、そういうのは自分で脱ぐんじゃなくて脱がせてもらうもんなんじゃないの？みちる様は脱がせてほしいそうです。
Oh. And why are you telling me this? I'd rather shave a Grisaia. Oh my god, that is such... Oh my god, that is such an amazing insult. I'd rather shave a grizzly bear. Oh.
なんでよ。汚いもの見るような目で私を見るな。汚くないし、脱がしなさいよ。
Do you understand what you're saying, woman?
違うのよ。脱がさないで。脱がしちゃダメ。今のなし。想像しいわね。一体何を騒いでいるの？由美子、違うの。っていうかあんたはちゃんとパンツ履いてるわよね。
What?
ちょっと松島さん、あなた頭は大丈夫？
Well, it doesn't actually say are you hearing voices. She's just asking is your head on straight?
真剣な顔して私の頭の心配するな。もうなんなのよ、ムッキー。
あれ？ユミちゃんは浴衣着ねえの？せっかくのお祭りなのに。
いいのよ、このままで。どうせ楽しんでいる余裕もないでしょうし。
Why
ま
not?
た何かお仕事が？ええ、カラオケ大会の審査委員長ですって。バカバカしい。
Yep, utterly ridiculous. How did you of all people end up with a job like that?
はい、榊さんのご実家の盗品グループはここ三島崎の経済を支える大企業ですし、今回のお祭りにも多大なる援助金を提供していただいているメインスポンサーなのです。おそらくはカラオケ大会の優勝商品であるガム島旅行も榊さんのご実家の提供かと。
Bloody loaded. I see. So that's how she ended up as the chairman of the jury.
余計なことは言わなくていいのよ、小峰さん。はい、すみません。つい出過ぎたことを。別に責めているわけじゃないわ。気にしないで。とにかくそういうことだから。お祭りに遊びに行くのは構わないけれど、くれぐれもうちの学生として恥ずかしくない行動を心がけてちょうだい。
Yeah, we do need to
大
behave.
声でパンツパンツと叫んだりしないこと。いい？松島さん。
Uh-oh.
なんで私にだけ言うのよ。そんなパンツとか叫んでないし、パンツとか。
You just did.
叫んでるじゃない。
Yeah.
静かにしなさい。すみません。
ユミちゃんもあれな、大変な。きっと偉そうなじいさまたちに酒ついで回ったりすんだろうな。
With the label facing upward. Most
い
likely.
いとこのお嬢様なんて所詮は親の人形なのよさ。
またあんたはそうやって面倒くさいことを言い出す。なーに？なんかあったの？
That's a really good kimono. Damn. Okay, Amane. Okay. Nothing in particular. You finished changing?
ほら、どう？似合う？
I thought Amane's figure would work too well with traditional Japanese clothes, considering her long legs and comparative short torso, but somehow or another, it actually looks really good on you.
アマネーはずるいのよさ。何着ても似合うんだもの。
そっかな。心なしか、最近はお尻のあたりが ますますむっちりとして色っぽくなったような気がします。
Getting swole. Getting swole.
あんた太った？
お、
失礼ね。太ったんじゃなくてウエストが痩せたの。だからお尻が大きく見えるのよ。
oh, okay.
なるほど。確かにケツがパッツンパッツンなのよさ。
ケツって。
もういた。お尻叩かないの。
Please spank the butt. Spank it.
あれあまねえ、まさかこれって
Uh-oh.
パンツ履いてないの？
Uh-oh.
どれどれ。あ、ほんとだ。浴衣の上にラインが出てない。あんたパンツ履いてないでしょ。もうそうよ、履いてないわよ。いいからお尻触るな。
Right, hands off. That ass belongs to me. If you want to touch it, you need my formal permission.
私のお尻は私だ。
I am Judge, Jury, and
よろしい
Executioner.
でしょうか。
Executioner. Execute. What the hell's an executioner me? Bloody hell. Very well, I'll permit it.
簡単に許可を出すな。なんだかドイツのスポーツカーのようなお尻です。
A German sports car? You on about Volkswagen?
おお、ポルチェな。キャレラ RS な。なんだこの尻、エンジンでも詰まってんのか。
Car jokes, I love it.
だから叩くな。もういいから、ほらお祭り行くわよ。
んだよもう、ケツぐれケチケチすんねん。減るもんじゃあんめえしよう。
ほらマキちゃん行こう。さあみちる様も。そうね、行きましょうか。
Oh yeah, I got another idea for a good little let's play in case anyone's... Wow, that's loud. Yikes. If anyone's interested. And that was Fatal 12. I've been looking at that recently and I've been thinking, do you know what, that might be a good thing to do. We set off as a group toward the main street of the shopping district, where the festival is being held. The sun's just reaching the horizon as we embark. The cries of Higurashi ciders fill the air.
おお、ギルロッシが泣いている。
I get the pun. I get the pun. That's a Higurashi no Nakukorin joke. When the cicadas cry. Nice reference. Nice reference
日
right
暮
there.
らしだよマキちゃん。誰よギルロッシーっていうか C しか合ってないじゃない。マジあんた今のボケよく拾えたわね。マキちゃんとのコンビももう随分と長いので
Yeah.
大体は勘で。
Yeah.
ギルロッシとヒグラッシはすごく似ている。似てないわよ。っていうかいつの間にかヒグラッシに小さい「つ」が入っちゃったわよ。メロンパンとクリントンぐらい似てるよねマキちゃん。しか合ってねー。それを言うならクリキントンとクリントンじゃないの。それはどうかと。
I think you're just asking for an argument now.
ここに来てまさかの裏切り。
What the hell kind of a conversation is this?
ちょっと待
I
ってよ
don't
ユ
know.
ージ。歩くの早いよ。
Oh yeah. Judging from the way Amane is tottering desperately forward with short, awkward little steps, I think it's far fair to say she doesn't have much experience wearing traditional Japanese clothes or wooden clogs.
なんかさ大股で歩くと見えちゃいそうで。
Maybe you should have thought of that before you went outside without any underwear on.
パンツ履いてないのはいつでも OK の合図だよ。
Alright, yep, my channel's definitely going to be taken down now. You never go out of heat. You never go out of heat, do you, Amane?
何言ってんのよ。あんたみたいな底なし男の相手ができるのなんて私ぐらいなんだからね。
True enough.
アマネー、お兄ちゃん、早く早く。
Alright, god damn it, no need to rush. The festival's not going
仕
anywhere.
方がないよ。マキナはお祭り大好きだから。ほら行こう。
Yeah. It might be a festival organised by the local shopping district, but since it's got powerful financial support, the grounds are actually a pretty impressive sight. Our school offered its own contribution in the form of manpower. Earlier in the day, Amane and Sachi helped set up booths. and pulled floats for the children's festival. As my own community service, I mowed the grass and laboured to help to set up the tower for the Bond dance. And despite her stated opinion on children, I can't stand kids, they're noisy and spoiled and don't listen to a thing you say, they cry over nothing, they think they can get away with murder if they bawl hard enough. Just watching them pisses me off. Who said that again? Wasn't that, who was it? Who is it? Yumiko. Michiru. No, it's Michiru. Okay. Michiru, nonetheless, gave into Amane's cajoling and volunteered at the children's festival, where it seems she diligently and cheerfully made batches of free cotton candy for the crowds of kids.
ねえ、ユージ、この話聞いた？
Oh? Heard what? The birds of
マキナ
word?
の話。
You don't mean to stick your nose in my face.
キスしたくなっちゃう？
So that's a request, I guess.
違う。
Huh?
いや、バカ。
Smooth.
ね、マキナがね、この先のパン屋さんでアルバイトしてるでしょ？
Oh, yeah. Oh, I actually forgot about that. Yeah, so it seems.
でね、私、何言おうとしてたんだっけ？
Oof. How the hell would I know? Yeah, it's a good question.
そうだ、そのパン屋さんがね、お店の前でホットドッグの屋台をやってるらしいんだけど、そこでね、マキナが焼いたパンを売ってるんだって。
Bread Machina bait? I'm interested to see that. Actually, how long has she been employed there now that I think about it? Did that happen the last episode or the episode before? I can't remember.
でしょ？だから、さ、後でこっそり買いに行ってみない？
I think there's a murder going on outside my house. I'm just gonna stay quiet. Yeah, sounds like a plan. What, are you angry about something?
もう、この
Huh? Ow, what was that for? Don't smack my... She didn't hit my face. She hit my ass. Come on. Was it plump, thick, muscular? Please give me a thorough analysis from that smack of what my arse cheeks reverberated in your hand like.
いきなりキスしたバツ。
Oh. Kind of a delayed reaction, don't you think?
女の子にはね、キスしてもいいタイミングとキスをしてはいけないタイミング、そして最後にもう一つのタイミング、合計3つのタイミングというものがあるのよ。
That a fact? Fascinating.
この
And again, look, what's your problem? No need to resort to violence.
最後の一つのタイミングは、女の子にはキスしてほしいタイミングがあるのよ。今のは会話の流れで理解できたでしょ？
Deliberately playing dumb about these things is a rule of mine.
何さかっこつけちゃって。もうキスさせてあげないわよ。
Aww, cheeky girl. You think you have the right to refuse? Close your eyes, open your mouth, and stick out your tongue. You're now order. Whoa! Come here, we're going for the deep kiss. Need me to repeat that?
もう仕方がないな。こっち来てよ。ここじゃ恥ずかしいし。
Oh wow, we actually are going to do it. Look, it was obviously a joke.
女の子にここまでさせて冗談だって。そっちの方が失礼じゃない？
She's right.
ほら、キスしていいよ。したいんでしょ？
Ooh. Can you close your eyes to me and open your mouth? Now stick out your tongue. Oh, here we go. It's got the meaty tongue. The tip of Amane's plump tongue peeks out through the small gaps between her lips. Further. Oh. Yes, I am your doctor for today. Yeah, you're perfectly healthy. You have no idea how ridiculous... You have no idea how ridiculous you look right now. I am a dick! Oh! Oh, even my ass clenched up from hearing that one. Ooh.
女の子に恥をかかせたバツ。
Sorry. No need to get so angry.
あんたね、女の子のキス顔見て笑うって最低だよ。
What's the big deal? It's a classic part of the sappy lovebirds routine. You're fond of that sort of thing, aren't you?
バカップルか。そっか。
私たち他から見るとそんな風に見えるんだ。
That was cute. Are you seriously just realizing this now?
そっか、そうだよね。
Something wrong?
なんでもないの。
Oh?
マキナ、こっちこっち。どうしたの？
あまね、いたいた。
Okay. You're right.
何？どうしたの？
あのね、私おトイレ行きたい。
行ってくれば？そっか、あんた浴衣だ。帯崩さないようにできる？
Somebody's driving a little RC outside the bloody place. What the fuck's going on?
無理かも。
わかったよ。一緒に行ってあげるから。
ごめんね。
Time to go party.
いいわよ。
Party.
ほら行こう。じゃあユージ、私たちちょっと。
Okay, right. I'll be waiting here.
すぐ戻るから。
Okay. Is it just me or does she seem more motherly by the day? Even grandmotherly. Oof. Well, I'm not sure if the old lady side of Amane's personality is growing more pronounced, or if Mackin is just reverting even further into childishness. A bit of both, even though Mackin has gotten a bit smarter. Probably a little of a column A and a little of a column B. Of course, Amane's ongoing transformation into a domestic-minded grandma hasn't had any adverse effects on her sex drive. If anything, it's quite the opposite. She's been almost dangerously horny lately. I feel like we're starting to get into some risky territory here.
ねえちょっと、あれって毒虫じゃない？
毒虫？
ほら、あの髪の長い子。どれ？どの子？ほら、小さな子の手引いて歩いてる女いるじゃん。アマネって呼ばれてたし、間違いないって。
Oh.
ほんとだ、アマネじゃん。メガネしてないから最初わからなかったよ。
Okay, we found two
や
bitches.
だ、なんで毒虫がこんなとこにいるの？あいつの引っ越し先ってこっちだったっけ？知らないよそんなの。っていうか気持ち悪いから思い出させないでよ。吐きそうになるよ。
Cockroach? Apparently oblivious to my presence, the girls in front of me point furtively in Amane's direction, grimacing in what looks like a
どうす
revulsion.
る？声かけてみようか。
いいよ、気持ち悪い。見なかったことにしてもう行こうよ。
じゃあ写メだけでも。
やめなって。ほらもう行こう。私あの事件まだトラウマなんだから。
Okay, so we got one sensible one and one that's a total bitch. You
わ
got
か
it.
ったわよ。そんな押さないでよ。
And she's the bitch. A nightmare? Cockroach? What's that supposed to mean? Are those two acquaintances of Amane's? Past-wise, probably. I'm tempted to call out to them before they can hurry away, but this doesn't exactly seem like a topic they'd be happy to casually discuss with a stranger. What do I do? As I hesitate, the pair of girls walk quickly off toward the opposite side of the festival, in what seems to be a deliberate attempt to avoid any possible encounter with Amane, then quickly vanish into the crowd. Cockroach, is it? Doesn't exactly have a pleasant ring to it. Most likely that nickname has something to do with Amane's past, the reason why she transferred to the school. Well, definitely that. Come to think of it, to this point I haven't really concerned myself too deeply with any of that. Probably because the Amane I know tries so hard to be a cheerful, strong woman and is usually very convincing at it. Probably because of my own complacency. Why take the risk of prying? Things seem alright the way they are. Just as Amane doesn't want to know about my job, perhaps there's a part of me that doesn't want to know about her past. Maybe I've been unconsciously avoiding the topic. But is that really the way it should be? If I take Sakaki's word for it, Amane will eventually tell me the truth on her own initiative, and prolonged silence will hurt her more than me. Does that mean I should just wait patiently? Let Amane approach me in her own time, if ever? Or should I come out and ask to help nudge Amane toward finally getting it off her chest? I don't know for sure, but I do think this isn't something I should decide all by myself. It's not just my problem after all. The reasonable thing would be to honestly discuss the matter in the spirit of a bilateral relationship.
お待たせ、ごめんね。
Not a problem.
なんか難しい顔してんのよさ。待たせすぎたか？
No. Amane, let me ask you something.
え？
何急に改まって。
There's something I want to discuss with you later. Can you spare some time tonight?
何今じゃダメなの？
If possible, I'd like to be alone. It's kind of important.
わかった。
何？あまね、なんか悪いことしたの？怒られるの？
No.
そんなことないと思うけど。
やっぱあれじゃね？エロすぎて怒られんじゃね？おめえ、ちっと自重しろ的な感じで。
そうなの？
No, not even close.
何よ、すっごい気になるよ。今言ってよ。
No rush. We still got a festival to enjoy. Let's live in the moment like the dissolute modern youths we are.
しもうぜ。
しもうぜ。
私意外とそういうの気にするタイプだからな。大変です、皆さん。
Oh, Sachi, what's happened? What's wrong, Sachi?
みちる様が、みちる様が、なんて説明すれば。
God damn! Good to see you've been working on your English vocabulary, but it's not helping right now. Calm down and explain what happened in chronological order.
はい、
説明しようよ。
みちる様が調子に乗って櫓の上で太鼓を叩いていたのですが、そこへ巨大なカブトムシが飛来しまして、
She's banging the
も
drum.
のすごい勢いで側頭部に突き刺さりました。
Oh, what? And then?
みちる様はアホはと規制を上げられて、刺さったカブトムシを引き抜こうと身もだえるうちに櫓から転落。
Oh, she fell.
高々とたかれていたかがり火の上にドサッと落下しまして。
What? She fell in the fire? And then?
はい、それでウホースと叫んだみちる様はカチカチ山のタヌキのごとく背中から煙を上げつつ、そばで営業していた亀釣りの露店の水槽へダイブ。
Did she single-handedly ruin the festival?
亀釣り露店の店主にこっぴどく叱られております。
Understood. How about Amichu's injuries?
ほぼ無傷です。
How?
チルチルってば嫌になるぐらい頑丈な女なのよさ。
Well, considering you nearly killed her, Makina. Fortuitous that she wasn't injured. Either way, I suppose we're obligated to back her up here. I go apologise as well.
正直めんどくせえのよさ。
Makina, no complaining. Classmates have a responsibility to cover for each other's blunders. If she broke something, we'll have to repair it for them. I'll go as our representative.
待ってよ、私も行くから。
仕方ねえな。私も行くのよさ。まったくチルチルはどこ行ってもトラブルを起こす女なのよさ。
でも大好きなんだよね、みちる様のこと。
バカな子ほど可愛いって言うしな。ほら行くよさっち。
You're the kid here, goddammit. Since his business has been disrupted just as the festival crowd was beginning to bustle in earnest, I'd been prepared for the storekeeper to be pretty indignant. But when we arrived at the store, my expectations had turned on their head.
はいはい、亀だよ亀だよ亀釣りだよ。かわいいかわいい亀だよ。飼ってよし食ってよししごいでよし。亀最高。はい寄ってって見てて。
This is totally the reverse of what I was expecting. Okay. Apparently, having negotiated a settlement with the turtle stand's owner, Mitru's standing in front of the stall, energetically barking for customers. Can't say I've seen such vigorous turtle salesmanship
って
before.
いうか緑亀って食べていいの？
まあ亀だし食べられないことはないだろうけど、っていうかしごくって？
Oh. Oh, that is questionable. Oh.
そこを気になっちゃいました。さすがはAmaneさんです。私今ビッチ扱いされてるのかな。
I think you just did.
何をおっしゃいますやら。
Oh, anyway, I think Michiru's going to find her way through life even without her help. Though, sheer resilience if nothing else. Through sheer resilience if nothing else. And so, after a lengthy evening of utter nonsense and pleasant memories, the hour hand of the clock hit 9 and the brilliant lights of the festival began to dim. We returned to the dawn. Incidentally, a minor digression, sorry. Sachi looked into the matter and discovered that the Mississippi red-eared turtle, popularly known as the green turtle, is perfectly edible if properly processed beforehand. But of course, none of us would have put this to the test. Yeah.
それで私に何か話があるって何?
This music. Have a listen to it. This is so serious. Jeez. Right, about that. Okay, let me think about how I want to say this.
何よ、難しい話なの?
Yeah, pretty damn awkward.
あんたの仕事の話? それなら私は別に.
No, it's not my job. It's about you, Amane.
私の? 何?
Amane, let me ask you something, and please hear me out before you take offense. Does the nickname cockroach mean anything to you?
毒虫?
Right, ring any bells?
誰に聞いたの?
At a festival today, I happened to overhear two girls talking. Got the idea they're probably old acquaintances of yours.
So.
This is going to get to the drama bit. Nice. Am I right to think that word has something to do with your past? Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to drag anything out of you. It's just, I don't know. If your memories are still causing you some worry or pain, I'd want to do anything I can to help, that's all. Of course, your past is your own business. If you tell me to leave it alone and never bring it up again, I'll accept that and abide by it. You did the same for me after all. But if by some chance you need to get something off your chest, I'll listen. I'll help you any way I can. What a freaking way to do it. What I can do for you probably doesn't amount to much, granted, but I don't have anything else to offer. Tell me, Amane, what should I do? Should I pretend I didn't hear anything and forget about this? Or is there some way I can help you? I can't figure this out alone. Amane.
そっか。そっか。知られちゃったか。じゃあ仕方がないよね。
Amane?
私立滝園学園1年 A 組。バスケ部所属。風見和樹。もちろん知ってるよね。
Ooh.
あの時8月14日バスケットボール部の夏合宿の帰り道
We're gonna find out now.
彼女を含む14人を乗せたマイクロバスは忽然と姿を消した。世に言う滝園学園マイクロバス転落事故。私はその14人の中の唯一の生き残りよ。
Are you serious?
こんなことで嘘は言わないよ。
My older sister, Kazumi Kazuki. When she disappeared, it destroyed my family. And the one girl who lived through that disaster was Amane? That's your past?
そう。私はユージのお姉さんと同級生だった。
Dokyuse. Why? Why didn't you?
ごめん、言えなかったんだよ。ユージが転入してきた時、風見ユージって名前を聞いた時、すぐに気がついたんだけど、言えなかった。
Well, of course she couldn't. I'm the family Kazuki left behind. It must have been a complete bombshell. There's no way you'd be able to figure out a situation like that on the spur of the moment. I see. Yeah, makes sense.
あの時のことはユージも知ってるよね。
Yeah, the general picture at least. August 14th, years and years ago. On the way back from a training camp, the Takizono Academy basketball team's school bus plunged off a cliff. An extensive search was abandoned in failure 14 days after the girls disappeared, but in the end a single survivor managed to find her own way to safety. It was a widely reported incident at the time. It's hard to believe that was Amane. The lone survivor was a major focus of media attention for some time after the fact. Speculation gave rise to rumours. Many outlets questioned the means by which that single girl had survived the cruel ordeal that claimed the lives of her classmates. What, did they eat each other or something? Mass media, extreme and shocking news sells. The lone survivor was subjugated to vicious gossip on television and in print. They did stop short of publishing her name, probably out of legal concerns rather than ethical ones. Well, yeah, of course. The television shows exploited footage of the weeping families as a backdrop. Yep. I hate that. I hate that in news. I hate it. For lurid gossip about the deaths of their children. Tabloid magazines that published vivid, unsourced descriptions of hellish conditions, using loaded questions and innuendo to suggest that the girl survived only by becoming something less than human. Among these, some articles even discussed the interpersonal dynamics of the doomed team, their relationships. And you're that lone survivor.
急な告白でびっくりしていると思うし、私が何を言ってもずる賢く生き残った女狐の言い訳にしか聞こえないと思う。ちょっと待ってもらえる？ユージに見せたいものがあるから。
Oh? What? I'm gonna leave my room, and 10 long minutes crawl by before she returns. I spend every moment trying to piece together my scrambled thoughts. So, in the same bit that Yuji's sister died in. Oh, she was the only survivor. Oh. What's this? When I arrived at Mihama, Amane had already been here for a good year. Of course, Principal Tachibana must have known everything. She knew about all this. I didn't say a word. Just left me and Amane to sort it out for ourselves. I know she has a non-interference policy, but this feels more like negligence. What is she supposed to do? Lock you two in a room to discuss everything? And there's Sakaki too. She's looked into all of our backgrounds. She obviously knew the facts, and she didn't say a damn word. Hold on. Calm down. Consider this from their perspective. What would I have done in their shoes? Yeah, I don't think I could have acted differently. It's too sensitive a problem. The two of us are the only ones who can resolve it. They weren't wrong to act as they did. Of course not. And if I was in Amane's shoes, if a relative of the classmate who died while I lived transferred to my school, could I have told the truth in that moment, straight out? No, I really don't think so. Had I been in Amane's position, I would have waited, slowly steeled my resolve, trying to find the right moment to confess the truth. That's right. I don't have the right to blame Amane. I would have made the same decision myself. And to tell the truth now, after everything that happened between us, she must have taken an incredible amount of courage on her part. She's downright admirable. Rather than thinking about whether I can blame her, maybe I should be taking a look at myself. Did I just shatter Amane's peace of mind out of nothing more than hypocritical curiosity? I'm...
ごめん、お待たせ。これを見て。
Amane holds out a beaten up old notebook toward me. The date's written on the cover. A few months of that summer. This is your...
あの日の日記帳だよ。
Oh.
そこに全てのことが書いてある。
You kept it with you. You sure about this?
ユージにはそれを読む権利があると思うから。
Alright. I'll read it.
その日記帳の18ページ目からがあの遭難事故の直後に書かれた日記に該当するわ。
That summer, August 14th. I lower my gaze onto the diary. This page is well worn from Amane's hands. She's clearly reread it many, many times. The contents of those pages left me staggered. And this is like 10 years back. Okay. I was just going to get my drink. Jesus. Oh, the display changed. Ooh. Oh, this is weird. When I opened my eyes, I was in darkness. I couldn't see a thing. I blinked repeatedly and slowly counted to 10, but that didn't change. I couldn't even tell if my surroundings were really dark or if my eyes weren't working. In the blackness so deep I couldn't see the palm of my hand in front of my face. I heard moaning voices from all around me. Painful hacking, coughs, screams of agony. My ears at least were functional. As I repeated quiet, calming breaths, the scent of gasoline tickled my nose, and with that stimulation the haze of confusion lifted slightly. And I remembered that I was inside a bus. Groping around my surroundings, I vaguely realized that I was lying on top of something soft. Ooh, When I tried to sit up, I hit my head sharply against a seat. Ow, that hurts. I reached up to my eyes to check if my glasses had been knocked crooked, only to discover that they weren't on my face in the first place. I groped around the area frantically. Again, my hand found something strangely soft and warm. It was the heat of a living thing. Realizing with a start that I was touching another person, I reflexively jerked my hand back. That's got to be Yuji's sister.
動けるようなら私の上から降りてほしいのだけれど。
ごめんなさい。
Finally understanding that someone was pinned under my body, I fumbled in search of a foothold, but the floor my feet were searching for
気を
wasn't
つけ
there.
て。今はこのバス、天井が壁だから。
天井が壁？
そう。床も壁。
I'm guessing this
そして
is...
今まで壁だったものが、今は床と天井。まあそうね。簡単に言えば横転しているのよ。
So, is this how bad Amane's eyes are? Like, because she used to wear glasses, right? So was her eyesight really this bad? Or 10. As I repeated that word out loud in an attempt to process its meaning, further understanding of the situation flooded into my mind. This was the inside of a school bus. On the way back from our summer training camp, our bus had fallen off a cliff with us still
どう
inside.
でもいいけれど、早く移動してくださらない？さっきからあなた、私の左腕を踏んでいるのだけれど。
ごめんなさい。
痛いわよ。不用意に動かないで。
ごめんなさい。
あなた、それ口癖？後で殴るときに呼び出すから名前を教えなさい。
Oh.
ごめんなさい。
冗談よ。私は風見和樹。あなたは？
Yeah.
スオです。スオ、あまね。
ああ、スオさんね。名前と容姿は知っているけど、お話しするのは初めてね。
So she's got a really good memory.
はい。はじめまして。
敬語はいいわ。私も同じ1年生だし。それと、できれば挨拶は後にして、さっさと私の上から降りてくださる？痛くて涙が出てきたわ。
Did we just break her arm?
ごめんなさい。
5回目。いい？ごめんなさいって言葉は口にすればするほど言葉の価値が下がるのよ。次にごめんなさいって言ったら怒るわよ。じゃないわよ。いいから左にどきなさい。出口はそっちよ。
Okay, we're gonna move that direction.
ごめんなさい。
Just move to Amane. Yeah,
舌打ちしないで。
she's angry.
謝るから。
She said it again. Only the name Kazumi Kazuki. It was the name of the top incoming student, the girl who had been chosen as our class representative to deliver the greeting speech at our entrance ceremony this spring. Kazuki sounded like a boy's name. Yeah, it is also a boy's name. So it's... I don't know whether it's unusual to say if it's a girl's name, because kanji works a bit differently from English names, as well as some other countries, of course. And the girl herself appeared somewhat absent-minded, always walking around with a sleepy look in her face. And yet there was something about her that suggested the cold sharpness of a blade. We belonged to the same basketball team and participated in the training camp together. But I had shied away from the foreboding aura she projected, and in the end we hadn't spoken so much as once during the trip. Oh, okay, there we go. The interior of the bus was scattered with debris, and every foothold was uncertain, but Kazumi Kazuki quickly crawled her way through, dragged herself out a shattered window, and turned back to offer her hand to me.
ほら、手を出しなさい。
ありがとう。
どうやらなんとか助かったようね。はい、メガネ。あなたのでしょ？
Okay, we didn't break her arm. Oh wow, she looks very different. The moment I replaced the glasses on my head, I drew a harsh breath at the sight of the bus we had been riding in. The roof was smashed, the windows all broken, the vehicle was completely overturned, its belly exposed. White smoke was pouring from the area of the still active engine. We need to get away fast or we'll be in danger. At this rate, that thing might explode. As that fear ran through my mind, Kazumi Kazuki glances briefly at my face with her usual sleepy expression, then snorted lightly.
大丈夫よ。こういった事故で車が爆発するのは映画の中だけだから安心しなさい。
Oh, okay.
どうして私が考えていることが分かったの？
煙を上げるエンジンを見ながら泣きそうな顔しているあなたを見れば子供にでもわかるわ。で、誰？
Who should we say first? I thought sorry, my
爆
bad.
発しないと分かったあなたは次に早くみんなを助けましょうって言い出すと思ったのだけれど違った？そんなエスパーでも見るような目で私を見ないでよ。私は手早くことを進めたいだけなんだから。
She's just being cut straight with you.
誰から助けるの？あなたに決めさせてあげる。1、先生。2、あなたの親友。3、怪我人。あなたなら誰から助ける？
どうして私に決めさせるの？
簡単な心理テストのようなものよ。あなたが誰から助けるかであなたがどんな女の子なのかわかると思って。
If I was in this situation, I would choose the teacher. And then I would say the best friend. And then the wounded. I'll do it all in that order. The reason being why I wouldn't choose the best friend is... This is going to sound very weird coming from me from this one, but people who know each other are more likely to kill one another, right? Especially friends, as far as I know when it comes to psychological studies in criminology. But with choosing the teacher, you possibly got somebody there who's trained to survive in case anything happens, or maybe knows ways of contact to help get help, like to get help in general. And also they will be physically more developed, like they'll be stronger than the kids. So you would think that would be a good thing. And the best friend, of course, might be wounded as well. So thinking about that, it might be tough, but you'd still need a companion at least to keep your sanity. That's the order I think, anyway.
風見さんだったら誰から助けるの？
質問に質問を返すのはバカだと思われるからやめなさい。それと、そうやって回答を保留にするのも回答とみなすわよ。状況判断能力と決断力のない子だと思われてしまうけれど、それで構わない？
Oh, brutal. Yeah, definitely brother and sister.
まあいいわ。それじゃあ私が決める。まずは部長から助けましょう。
どうして部長から？
私、あの子が嫌いなのよ。
Okay.
さっきの質問の答えだけど、私は1でも2でも3でもなく、4の嫌いな子から助けるわ。
Why?
4ってずるくない？
回答の数を3つに限定した覚えはないけれど、3つの中に正解がなかった時にどう答えるかもテストに含まれているのよ。
意地悪クイズみたい。それにどうして嫌いな子から助けるの？
That's a good question.
だって12人もいるのよ。嫌いな子が最後に残ったら絶対に面倒くさいって思うに決まっているじゃない。
それが理由？
Oh. So it's a build up to getting all of those up in an order?
嫌なことはさっさと終わらせたいのよ。私って夏休みの宿題を夏休みに入る前に済ませてしまうぐらいせっかちなの。
I get that thinking, I get it.
わかるような、わからないような。
わからなくてもいいから、あなたもこっちに来て手伝いなさいな。
ごめんなさい。
To be honest, I found it very difficult to understand her thoughts. Oh, I understood them pretty well from that one. She's just cut blank. She don't care about feelings. She don't. She just goes straight for the kill. There were 14 people riding on that bus, including the team's advisor. Eventually, 11 people emerged from its wreckage together, with the one small dog that belonged to a team member. For some reason, my frame rate's going down to 1 frame a second, which is absolutely infuriating, so I'm sorry. The remaining 3 were dead. 2 were killed instantly when the bus fell. The other still conscious immediately after the accident rolled herself into a bowl and moaned for 10 minutes before she died. I got why it's Okay, I'm sorry if it does cut down the frames. I've just noticed it now. But the reason for that is because the loading thing in the bottom right, which you can't see, doesn't come up after I press them. So it's got nothing to keep the frames going. So I'll try and keep it going. Among the 11 survivors, 4 were wounded. 1 had broken both her legs. 1 had struck her head and suffered the laceration. 1 had received a gash in her abdomen from a sharp object. So, yes. 4 were wounded. Both legs broken. Struck her head with a suffered laceration. So she's... Ooh. So that's probably a leg laceration, most likely, I think. When I received a gash to her abdomen from a sharp object, that one's painful. And the man who had been our guardian, the teacher who had been our team's advisor, was unconscious and shows no sign of waking. That's more than anything else filled our hearts with gloom. None of us could get our minds around the situation we were in. Clutching to our knees and to our chests, we sat on the ground in a daze.
まずは怪我人の手当てをするべきだと私は思うけど、どうかしら。
But that heavy silence was soon broken. Kazumi Kazuki spoke in a perfectly normal tone of voice. When I raised my head in response to her clear, firm words, I saw that she was addressing our group's official leader, the team captain.
こんな状況だからこそ、しっかりしてください、先輩。
そうね。言われなくても分かってはいるのだけれど、こんな状況で私たちに何ができるというの？
Something?
反論しても？
どうぞ。
ただ待っていても助けが来る保証なんてどこにもないわ。あなたにこの場を仕切る能力がないのであれば、私が代わりますけど、どうしますか？
勝手なことを言わないで。もしあなたの判断ミスで現状が悪化したら、誰が責任を取ると思ってるの？
この後に及んでも責任の所在を気にする余裕はあるの？
は？何ですって？よく聞こえないんだけど。
You're really squabbling over this. You're the captain and you're having a go at the person who pulled you out first before anyone else. What the hell is your problem?
別に何も。では、この場はお任せしても？
余計なお気遣いは結構よ。リツ、こっちにいらっしゃい。
リツ？
なんでしょう。
No, you're cute. No.
あなた、ご実家はお医者様よね。
はい、そうですけど。
だったら応急処置ぐらいできるでしょ。すぐに取り掛かって。
No, she can't do it, can she?
そんな無理ですよ。いくら実家が医者だからって私にはそんな知識は。
それでも何も知らない素人よりはマシでしょ。ごちゃごちゃ言わないでやりなさい。
Litsu wrung her hands in the front of her chest. I completely understood the feelings. Taking on the role of a doctor simply because of her parents' occupation? The responsibility was far too grave. It wasn't as though she had inherited their medical skills. No, and superficial knowledge wouldn't be enough in this situation. Oh yeah, next video, if I'm still in this segment, I will disable the camera for the next one, just because of the frame rate during this bit, because I know my camera is going to go stupid because of it, so just letting you know if I'm still in it. Alright, moving on. The team captain, Sakishita Chiaki, and Koide Ritsu, a girl who had always played the role of her devoted underling. As a mere first year, I didn't know much about their relationship, but the fact that I'd never seen Ritsu disobey an order from the captain.
リツ、同じことを何度も言わせないで。
はい。じゃあ、まずは広岡さんから。
何を言っているのよ。まずは先生からよ。
でも広岡さんは両足を骨折して重傷ですし。
いいから先に先生を見なさい。
So you're gonna let him die? You're gonna let the kid with 2 broken legs die over the person that's actually unconscious? Wow. Kazuki watched with the disdainful eyes of a spectator to an ugly farce as Ritsu swallowed her complaints. As our doctor walked away with sagging soldiers, Kazuki approached Sakishita for the second time.
坂下部長、私に周囲の探索をする許可をいただけますか？
一人で勝手なことをしないで。どうしてあなたはいつもそうやって集団の輪を乱そうとするの？
Are you really being an idiot right now?
付き合っていただける？
ちょっと風見さ
ん？ Huh? Why are you gonna go at me?
私一人でなければ良いのでしょ？これでも私は気を利かせているのよ。あなたは私がそばにいない方が威張り散らしやすいでしょうし。
I mean,
それじゃ
she's got a point.
行くわよ、スオさん。
待って。
As I chased after Kazami Kazuki, I saw the captain's expression at the corner of my eye. She was glaring at me, making no attempt to hide her displeasure. Her eyes are taking that woman's side. In response, I offered a quick bow to my head. I didn't understand myself whether that gesture was an apology for siding with Kazuki or a silent attempt to convey I haven't betrayed you. Well, she's a bitch, first off. Either way, some instinct inside me had judged that following Kazuki was the correct decision. Although I had seen Kazuki for the first time at that entrance ceremony, I had known her name for much longer. When we were grade schoolers, it was well known that an 8-year-old child has taken a special prize at the district painting contest. That's right, she liked to paint. As the painting had been exhibited among other children's work, that was her only award, but it might well have taken the overall prize otherwise. Our class took a trip to see her piece on display at the district assembly hall. Even with my immature eye for art, I could sense something inexpressible in words from that painting, something that nonetheless moved my heart. And my impression of that work and the name of the genius who painted it were deeply etched into my mind. Kazami Kazuki. She wasn't blessed with talents as a painter alone. She could do anything she tried, anything at all. Well, that might be a bit of an exaggeration. On her first attempt, she could usually produce adequate results. If it was a field she found particularly difficult, she might take 3 days of effort for her to reach average skill. Those are the rumours anyway. So she was a machine at remembering all these skills. According to those who knew her, she lived in a different world. Or, I can't believe that she's a human being, or she can see things normal people can't. At the time, I was astonished that anyone could inspire such stories, many of which were so overblown that they took on a tinge of the occult. Oh god. But when we entered the same school in the same year, even joining the same team, the girl appeared perfectly normal, a little standoffish, like a little reclusive. Even so, I could vaguely sense that her true nature was somehow different from that of an ordinary person. To be honest, I had avoided her as a result. It's usually instincts. And now I was alone with her for the first time under these circumstances. Although I followed as instructed, I couldn't find anything to say to her, and she was equally silent. The two of us just trudged on, not exchanging a single word. The ground at our feet was rugged and hard, and rock walls loomed on both sides. When I looked straight up, there was nothing but trees in the sky. We seemed to have fallen into some sort of fissure, a crack in the earth. Excuse me. The walls may be 10 meters tall at their lowest point, not so high as to rule out climbing, but on both sides the rock face slanted inward as they rose up hanging over us. With this pronounced of an overhang, climbing with bare hands seemed impossible, and even with tools it could likely be difficult. Apparently Kazami Kazuki had been thinking along the same lines. She came to a stop a little way ahead of me, placed her hand on one of the slanting walls of rock, and began to strike it with stone. She had picked it off the ground. So were you able to work out anything from that?
やっと口を開いたかと思えば。
Oh no, it's gotten stuck. It's
ど
gotten
うやって
stuck.
登るのとか、元の道には戻れないとか、これからどうするのとか、いろいろあるけど。
What's happened? I can't see
一
any
番
of
聞
the
きたい
text.
のは多分、どうして私に声をかけたの
What's
じゃないか
happened?
しら
Hold on. Such as, how can we climb these walls, or perhaps can we get back to the road, or what should we do next among many others? I can't see the text anymore. What's going on? What's happened? Is it glitched?
だったらはっきりと答えてあげる。
That
それ
was
は
that was a
あ
weird
なたが
glitch.
強く言わ
I
れる
got
と
scared.
断れないタイプだからよ。
So it's
あなた
lagging
の場合
behind.
一緒に来てくれないとお願いされたら悩むけど、来いと命令されたら悩まずに従うでしょ。
It's weird because now I can't see the next one.
そう思うの。
What's happened? This is so weird. Hold on, let me try something. No, that wasn't right.
セーブするわ。
Let me try saving. And then, let me try loading. Maybe that'll fix it.
どうしてそう思うの？
No, that didn't fix it. What the hell is going on?
さっきの心理テストの結果からそう思ったのだけれど、違った？
What is going on with this? This is so annoying. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what's happened. Yeah, she was probably right. When my mother asked me what should we have for our snack today, I would answer, what do you want, Mummy? When she simply told me we're having cakes today, I was relieved because I wouldn't have to choose. Given multiple choices, I would waver indecisively, and when given a single path, I would follow it obediently. That was just my personality.
余計なことを喋ると今度は何を読み取られるか分かったもんじゃないって顔してるわよ。
Okay, it's fixed now. It's fixed now.
私としてはあまり警戒しないでほしいのだけれど。
Maybe it's just that one bit. As she spoke, Kazumi Kazuki removed her cell phone from her pocket and looked into the screen.
あ、やっぱり県外ね。
Now it's fixed.
あなたのはどう？
I hurriedly pulled out my phone out of my school uniform, but as expected, its screen was also displaying the words "no signal."
ダメみたい。私のも。
でしょうね。
Kazuki turned off her phone immediately and slid it back into her pocket.
あなたも電源を切っておいた方がいいわよ。電波状況が良くないままだとびっくりするぐらいバッテリーの消耗が激しいから。
That's an interesting fact for all of you people who have phones. It wasn't as discouraging as I would have expected to find our cell phones were useless. To tell the truth, I had checked mine soon after escaping the bus. Of course, the screen had also displayed no signal. Then finding that it was still the case prompted a little more than a feeling of resignation. Well, as expected as much. We were within a long tunnel-like crevice. Maybe if we just kept following it, partially because of wishful thinking like that, I wasn't in a state of despair at our situation. Did you call Danganronpa? Another factor was the strange sense of security that came from being near this girl named Kazumi Kazuki, as though I'd found firm, reliable ground to stand on. If I'm with this girl, it'll work out somehow. Her strangely powerful presence let me think of such irresponsible thoughts somewhere deep down.
状況はあまり芳しくないわね。
Also, if you're wondering why I'm waving the mouse up and down, it's so I can keep up the frame rate in between reading, just so then it doesn't drop down to 1. There was a heavily overgrown jungle visible in the direction that Kazuki was pointing. It was a dense forest seemingly devoid of animal life, that seemed to actively refuse human entry. A thick wall of vibrant green almost seemed pleasant at a glance. And yet, it was obvious that a single step inside would find you in an environment far too... Oh, fuck. What was that? Even if you advance hacking through a single step aside, it will find an environment too harsh to support human life. Even if you were to advance by hacking through the thick grasses and bushes rising over your head, the distance you could advance in one day would be pretty limited. And in avoiding the tall trees that grew close enough together as to block out the light of day, you'd quickly lose any grasp of your own position anyway.
運が良ければ人の立ち入った痕跡のようなものを発見できるかと思ったのだけれど、これは期待するだけ無駄だったようね。
Yeah, it's a very grave situation. If there's even one path a human travelled, follow it and you'll find a place where humans live. But the jungle in front of us showed no signs of such intrusion. Even so, I had some hope that we might stand a chance by pushing our way boldly through the woods, but that thought was shattered by what Kazumi Kazuki told me next.
これを見てごらんなさい。
Oh, she held out a compass we had used in the training camp for orienteering, one of our recreational activities. The needle that should have always sought north was pointing to the northwest, and when she turned to face a different direction, it didn't move with the... Oh no, the magnetism's broken.
どういうこと？
まあ簡単に言ってしまえば、
Yeah.
針が動いていない、方位自身として機能していないということよ。
Hari, I think, is either means pointer or arrow in Japanese, if I remember. It depends on the kanji.
そんな。
But I'm pretty sure I know which one.
おそらくはデビエーションね。周りの壁を見てごらんなさい。
Yeah, it's been damaged, so it won't work properly. As I looked up in confusion at the rock's face looming above us, she picked up a stone lying at her feet and again struck the wall sharply. The sound it produced was a high-pitched clinking like what you'd expect from hard metal surface. Oh, it's interfering with the magnetism.
岩壁の一部がガラス化しているわ。おそらく瞬間的な高温にさらされた状態から急激に冷やされてアモルファス化したのね。
ごめん、専門的すぎて意味がわからない。
So in other words, it
火山の
interferes
溶
with
岩
it.
が冷えても似たような状況になるけど、あまりにも広範囲だし、
Yeah.
かといってエアバーストにしては規模が小さすぎるし、多分隕石かな。
Inseki? That's what it's called? Okay. Interesting.
隕石？隕石ってあの隕石？
マイクロブラックホールが激突したって可能性はまずないでしょうし、
Yeah, micro black hole impact seems very
おそ
unlikely.
らく小規模な隕石が地表に到達する前に爆発して、その飛散した破片の中でも大きめのものがこの周辺に落ちたんじゃないかしら。
So that's why it's not working.
方位磁石が機能しないのもそれが原因？
Yep, so do again, though.
飛散した破片に重鉱物が含まれていて、マスコンセントレーション的なスポットをいくつも発生させているんじゃないかしら。
That's one of the only things
そ
that
う
can
考
rule
えると、
a compass.
この不自然な環境にも納得がいくのよね。あなたはどう思う？
どうって言われても。
It's kind of hard to come up with something for this one. Kazumi thought so. It was probably the truth. At the very least, I wasn't about to come up with any other possibilities. I mean, these are quite
さ
dire
て周囲
situations.
は草も生えない岩場。周りを囲む壁は構造的に這い上がるのは不可能。進める先は人を拒絶するような密林。携帯も通じないし、方位磁石すら機能しない。申し分のない遭難ね。面白くなってきたわ。
Interesting, yeah, we're gonna die. This is now interesting.
不謹慎に聞こえたのなら謝るわ。でも私の言葉から余裕が感じられた方が、あなたも余計な不安を感じないで済むかと思って。
お気遣いは感謝するけど、他の子の前ではそういう言い回しは避けた方がいいと思う。
そうね。
Yeah, although she nodded, I didn't feel that she was convinced by my words. Precisely because we were in such a bad situation. A confident leader who could pull off this sort of all-knowing God act would be ideal. No, that would start a cult. But she wasn't the leader of our group. By rank, our teacher was first. Then the team captain Sakshita was second, and vice captain Okabe was third. Or should have been. Oh yeah, he did. But unfortunately, Okabe-senpai died when the bus fell. Still, a first year like Kazuki had very little say in the team's decision.
坂下部長、私に命令権を譲ってくれないかしら。その方がいちいち愚信をする手間が省略できて効率がいいと思うのだけれど。
Of course she won't. She's a bitch.
聞いてもいい？
何かしら？
その坂下部長のことなんだけど。
聞きにくいようなこと？
そうじゃなくて、もしかして私が今から何を聞こうとしているか想像がついてる？
Alright, let's take a guess. She's gonna guess like she's gonna ask, why do you and her have such a bad relationship?
は？何？突然。あなた、私のことを神様か何かだと勘違いしてない？
ほら、さっき私に心理テストをしたでしょ？
ああ、その話？つまり坂下部長が先生を一番最初に見なさいと言い出したから、心理テスト的にそれがどんな結果になったのか気になるのね。
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
そう。
言われなくてもあなたにもなんとなく分かっているでしょ。坂下部長は他者依存の強いタイプよ。
Yeah, that's why she relied on the teacher more
いつ
than
も自
anyone
分
else
が中心に
first.
いないと気が済まないくせに、自分に責任がかかるような決断を迫られた時にはすぐに背後を振り返って助けを求める人。つまりここは私が指揮を取ります、それでよろしいですね、先生って言いたいから、まずは先生。わかる？
Yeah,
なるほど。
she's very dependent.
別にそれが悪いとは言わないわよ、
Hmm.
学生なんだし、 むしろそれが当たり前よね。でも
Yeah,
彼女の場合、
It's
おそらく
normal.
学校から出てもあの
Or
調子なんでしょうね。家では父親を背後に立たせているんじゃないかしら。そういう子供っぽい優越がすごく鼻につくわ。
Going into her personal
ごめん
life
な
as
さい。
well.
く
Jesus.
だらない話を聞かせてしまったわね。
Yeah, pretty much. Ask Kazumi apologized for babbling. Her expression was a cheerful one appropriate for her age, but that bright smile was frightening under the circumstances. I felt sure of it. This person was attached to nothing. She grabbed hold of anything she thought she needed, and she cast aside anything that outlived its necessity. Maybe that was another part of being a genius. As these thoughts ran through my head, Kazuki suddenly turned her back to me and mumbled a few words.
そうでもないわよ。
At that brief sentence, I felt a chill like cold fingers running down my spine.
何が？
そろそろ戻りましょう。私たちだけで逃げ出したと思われても心外だし。
Ooh. If you compare the human brain to an engine, Kazuki's must have been operating at a far higher RPM than ours. She was constantly maintaining a speed of rotation that would quickly cause the normal person to overheat. I looked down at Kazuki's feet as she walked a few paces ahead of me. She was wearing standard white sneakers specified to our school, since the girl cast a shadow and didn't appear to be floating. Apparently she wasn't a ghost or other supernatural apparition. Ooh.
何がおかしいの？
ごめんなさい。あなたが今何を考えているのか想像したらおかしくって。
でしょうね。
気を悪くしないでね。一応言っておくけど、私は幽霊じゃないし、あなたの夢に出てきた神様でもないわよ。
ああ、その発想はなかったわ。
Ooh.
ん？どの発想？
あなたがお化けじゃないかとは思ったけど、逆に私が死にかけていて都合のいい夢を見ているとは考えもしなかった。
私が言わなくても10分後には考えていたはずよ。
Damn.
変な子。
Yeah, she's weird.
そうね。1歳半の頃、母親にもそう言われたわ。
Damn.
覚えてるの？
冗談よ。
どこからが？
どこからでもお好きなところからどうぞ。
Jesus. I was actually understanding her less the longer we talked. The one thing I did understand was that Kazuki's jokes aren't funny in the slightest. Right, I am going to end this here. Like, I feel like this is a good place to end off this part. Like, we're now going into Amane's past. I think I've recorded for about an hour now, which is a good length for an episode of Grisaia. And next video, I will take off the face cam for the sake of, well, the lack of frames in this section, which I didn't even know about. So I apologise about that. It's not, I can see my frames in the top left, and that's why I know that they were going pretty low. But that doesn't mean it's the only recording I'm going to do today. Oh, no. I'm going to be catching up in order to do everything I can. But for this episode of Fruit of Grisaia, that is it from me. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want any more from me. And I shall see you in the next video. So, guys, there will indeed be more quality around the corner next time. Well, Monocle freaking failed me on that one. What can you do? Oh man, we got that.